If I asked someone to give an assessment of my character, they would probably call me a very contemptible person. And you know what? I kind of agree with that assessment because, well, let's be honest, it's not that hard to piss me off. But when you look at the people who garner my acrimony, can you really say you're surprised that I hate their guts and have such flagrant, passionate hatred from them? You'd think they were Bethesda or Disney. Like, and no one has done more to cultivate my ire more than game journalists. None. Because for God knows how long, these pissheads have, like, no group, no, like, they are like the SJWs. They've gone out of their way to alienate and piss off their people left and right. And now they're losing their jobs left and right. And I say it's about fucking time. Like, and don't get me wrong, there was a time, I want to say around somewhere between 2009 and 12, when I actually would frequent game journalist outlets. Like, I had a subscription through my parents to, like, Game Informer. Hell, I'd frequent sites like IGN, but this is before I knew of their dipshittery. Now I'm glad they're losing their jobs for the record. Like, you can call me cold-hearted and callous, but you know what? You don't do what you've done to your audience and expect to get away with it. But really, you called me and my fellow gamers sexist, racist, outright scum, said gamers are dead and they don't have to be your audience. I mean, what result did you think would happen? You don't bite the hand that feeds you. What, do you think you can insult us and we continue buying subscriptions and giving you money? No, fuck no. So you know what? They're getting what they deserve, and it's about prom damn time. Thank God. And they've been pissing and whining since 2014, since the days of Gamergate's advent, and they have done this. They've bitched and moaned about us. They've called us entitled, which to a degree may or may not be true. I don't know all gamers per se. Like, just because I mean, not all us gamers know each other. For the record, it's like black people. We don't all know each other. But I would rather side with them than a fucking game journalist. You know why? Because they have done all the shit I said. I mean, go back and read the articles, assuming they haven't edited them secretly, about what they said about us during the days of Gamergate. Read what they said. I dare you. And then come back and tell me I'm full of shit. Like, yeah, please do that, actually. So they're being laid off left and right. They're losing their jobs. And I, for one, can take a good long laugh. And I hope the ghost of Gamergate itself has a good laugh at their expense. Because you know what? You fucking brought this on yourselves. You do not get to decide who your audience is. Your audience decides if they want to have a thing to do with you. And the thing is, Game Just, you have a job I would kill for. What, I get to play games and just write about them all day? Fucking sign me up. I'd do that in a flash if I didn't know you were a bigger den of snakes than the Hollywood. Actually, no, you're just as bad as Hollywood, in my opinion, because you're all about as attractive as the AIDS virus. But anyway. So yeah, they are losing their jobs, and this is why I think they deserve it. Like, you do not bite the hand that feeds you and expect no retaliation. And that's my overall take on the situation with them losing so much. And like, I remember yesterday, while I was preparing for this video, Reginald O'Neill had a video up about, I believe it was a game journalist arguing why they shouldn't lose their jobs. And I'm listening to this argument, I'm thinking, this is you arguing why you should be tolerated? It showed to me they've learned no lesson. Like, they say we don't fanboy out or anything. Like, it shows you they still have contempt for their audience. They don't give a shit that they're losing audiences. They give a shit that they'll be out of the job soon. They only care about themselves, which, to be fair, that's about everyone. Everyone is in this life for themselves, as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's only a few rare exceptions. But, yeah, so they have learned no lesson. They are not going to grow as people. They have no chance of maturity, I think, because if they haven't learned their lesson now, they probably never will. And they bring up, I think the worst part was, they did all this. They tried to inject politics where it had no fucking business. And they demonized their audience and expected no backlash. So, yeah. So to quote a famous movie line, you get what you fucking deserve. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start.